What's up with y'all? Thank you for coming to the page. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps a lot. I definitely need that. Okay. It don't matter what's going on. Once you hit that page, you see something you like, hit that subscribe button. I probably got something for you that you need. Tips and tricks and all for producers, artists, and creators. Give me 10 interview questions for Casondabeat. Alright, 10 simple questions. You know what I'm saying? Easy. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Easy. Well, you can't see it as bright as all get out. Once you create a resume of what you do, how you do it, and you do it consecutively over and over and over again, it starts to build a digital footprint. All right, so we're gonna start with the questions. The first question is how you first got started in music and what inspired you to pursue a career as a producer and an artist. Ooh, that's a good question. So when I started producing, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I started off in Job Corps. Yep. Beforehand, I always watched people produce videos. I always watched Timberland, Jay-Z, you know, names that you hear right now that's probably going through whatever. I'm influenced by them and what they have done for MCs, producing, all of that type of stuff. And my grandmother used to play a ton of music, especially the old schools, bebop and Smokey Robinson. She used to play that for me all the time, for me and my sister and the rest of our cousins. But it stuck with me the most, and I decided to do it. I always wanted to. It was this keyboard that was inside of my house as a kid, and it was on the floor. I would play with it every so often, but I never in my wildest dreams knew that I was going to end up learning how to do music and getting good at it. Now for the artist question, I guess I would be considered an artist because I illustrate too, but I don't see myself as an MC. I don't see myself as a rapper. The longevity for a rapper is very short. I don't want to be in that realm. I'm in love with the sound, you know. So long story short, it was some older folks that I love dearly that introduced me into some great music, and now I sample all of that good shit. So that's the answer for that. Question 2 from ChatGPT. Your sound blends in various of genres. How would you describe your style, and how do you decide what direction to take for each track? It started off with the hip hop, and then it mixed with everything else. I lived in Las Vegas as a kid, and seeing all of the West Coast cars, people from California and from Vegas just inspired me. And it's hard to blend certain sounds when you just stuck on a particular sound that you really want to create. So I can't really put I can't put my finger on exactly where I would go. I just pick it up and roll. Like I don't care. As long as I can get that idea out of my head and it's fire to me, I'll put it out. I'm not finna sit there and I need to do it exactly like them. I may want that particular sound, but I have to make it the way that I want to make it, you know? That's what makes it unique and different. So that's my answer for number 2. The third question they have for me: what has been the most challenging part of your music career so far, and how have you overcame it? The hardest part was bouncing around when I was a youth. As I got older, I'm not gonna lie, it got harder, but I got hard with life. So, and my tracks changed over time. It got more gritty as life, you know, took its toll on me or whatever happened with me. I had a hard time putting my stuff out there when I first started because I didn't have a place to put it. I couldn't afford the websites at the time, and free ain't free. You know, the air ain't even free damn near. So so I had to find a way to put my stuff out there. So I decided to use Bandcamp 2016. That was my first time dropping something of my own. I had a YouTube page too, but I didn't really put anything out there yet. Over time, I just kept building a catalog. I went from my hometown back to Las Vegas, and it was tough. My first time hearing somebody doubt what I was doing was a producer that works with or has worked, I don't know if he worked with Dude no more but he worked with Snoop Dogg. so-called family. Who really knows that? That's neither here or there. But I just kept going. I kept going no matter who came around, no matter where I was at. Homeless, hungry. I kept it on my back. Before one of my grandmothers passed, she asked me, was like, why do you always have this backpack on? I got my life in there. And I got my music with me. Used to have this big, huge laptop computer, heavy. But it did the job. It got everything done that I needed to get done. So it's keep moving. Like, no matter what, you see yourself there. Even when you down, you still see yourself there, and you constantly move. So I influence myself to keep going the best way I know how. So that's my answer for number 3. So we on number 4. Okay. It says, can you walk us through your creative process when you're working on a new track, or what elements are non-negotiable for you? Well, I only use 2 DAWs. That's FL Studio. We grew up with FL Studio since kids, you know what I'm talking about? And I use the Machine. 2, non-negotiable. No matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing, let's say that something happens, big names call through, or some people that are getting big decide that they want me to come through and to do some music. They have to have that software. They have to have 2 of those, and I always have this laptop or some type of computer with me to do it on. Non-negotiable, period. When I do start a track, 9 times out of 10, I'm making some smooth West Coast slaps. It's 9 times out of 10. The VSTs that I use, for sure, are Player, VST, is DJ Idea, Expand, 2. What's the other one I use? Massive. That's a definite get down. And I definitely like using MIDIs and making my own MIDI files. So when sessions do come about, I could just, I want this style, or I want this feel. All I gotta do is go to my files where I organized it, drag and drop them, and make some fire. So yeah, I don't like spending too long with that. Like that is so non-negotiable for me. Like, I need those 2 DAWs and, some extra VSTs, because it's just fire, Like, yeah, that's the answer. So the 5th question is, who are some of your biggest musical influences, and how do they shape your sound today? Man, it's a mixture. Now, I don't want this to be too long at all. I'm just going to drop the names right away. DJ Quick, definitely one of my favorite producers. Heavy influence on that sound, on the West Coast sound for sure. Battle Cat, DJ Idea. When you find that sound you like, it's hard not to make that on a constant basis, even for practice. Like, you'll sit there and you're supposed to be making R&B, or you're supposed to be making some type of Latino or Jamaican, whatever. You probably supposed to be doing some bebop or something. You sitting here doing straight West Coast music. That's me. But it's smooth though. So I think I got like 2 more. Yeah, I got 2 more. Knife Wonder. Watching them produce as a teenager, and then to get to see that when you in your 30s, like to see these dudes. Oh, my bad. Curtis King. There's just like 4 or 5 people. And Curtis King as well. Like, those 2 individuals, I never got to meet Knife Wonder, but I did get to meet Curtis King, and it was worth clocking in, stealing that money from the job, and going right over there to see what was up. It was worth it. You gotta show your face. That's how people remember who you are. So yeah, them are the people that inspired me to do music for sure, or that invited me to do that type of sound and to make it my own. Hell yeah, shit. The 6th question from ChatGPT. How do you stay inspired and keep your music fresh when the industry is consistently evolving? I don't know why the hell I said it like that, but shut up. But how I stay inspired, I just constantly keep looking at new stuff to do that I've never done before. Better ways to do melodies, better ways to put out your sound kits, better ways to sell your stuff online other than the normal places you see every time you get on Instagram or YouTube. You know what y'all see as producers and artists. Even regular people that don't produce, I'm pretty sure they see that as well. And shoot, I'm keeping solid. Seeing people that originated genres or helped influence the genres more and added more to it, like VSTs and sound kits, that's what keeps me going. That's what inspires me to do more and to start creating like they have created. So hell yeah, man. Shoot. Watching them folks work. I ain't gonna be just sitting there like, man, that's cool. No, fuck that. Do it too. That's the answer and shit. We got the 7th question. We got 10. We damn near done. It says, collaboration seems to be a big part of your work. What do you look for in artists when deciding to collab? You gotta want that shit like I do. I don't need to know all of your personal vendettas and what you've been through. Not saying that we can't get there, but neither here or there. That shit. The collaborations, they just gotta be some creative people. You really gotta be dope messing with me, because I like to tattoo, I like to illustrate, I like to create. And them just don't have to be involved in music. It could be building a house or a community. You know, you gotta be down for what I'm doing. In particular, if you want to collab with me, I don't necessarily care. We understand what we're trying to do and we get it done. That's the main thing of what I need when I'm collabing with someone. That's my answer for that. All right, this is question number 8 for ChatGPT. All right, you're working with some great talents. What has been the most memorable collaboration so far and why? I'm gonna keep it solid. Keish, OG Keish. Y'all go check out his clothing line too. Like go check that out. He called me. I was on Instagram, just always looking at what he's doing, like a fly motherfucker, for real. He calls and I have a beat that's already on YouTube. So I'm like, all right, you know, I ain't thinking about nothing, going through what I'm going through. And he sends me something on Instagram and he's rapping to the track right where he's doing this, right where he's sewing his stuff up, getting it ready for the boutique and getting ready to do his videos. And he raps as well. He's like, yo, I got this fire ass song and it's, you know, your beat. Can I have that? Like what I need to do? He pays for it. I even give him another beat. If he uses it, it's cool. If he don't, that's fine too. But he purchased one of the tracks that I recently made last year. That was memorable for me. That was very, very memorable. And he was on point. Like he was on point. Them people to me are big. Those people to me are famous. I don't ain't worried about them other folks. We make this clock tick, for real. It's the listeners, it's the people that want to do it that make this motherfucker run. It was OG Keish. For real. Shout out to my nigga. I appreciate you. When you ready for some more music or some new shit, hit me. But that's my answer. That was a memorable moment in my life because that made me want to collab with more people like him. And I'm not collabing with everybody. You gotta come with that shit, man. You gotta have something on you like me, you know. But yeah, that's the answer for number 8 for sure. We got number 9. What's the story behind your stage name, Casondabeat? Is there a deeper meaning or personal connection to it? A huge personal connection to it. I didn't have a producer name for the longest. When I started to get really, really serious about it, I didn't have a name for a long time. They just knew me as Cass for the longest. I was working a temp service in Milwaukee, First Source Staffing. I call him Raj. Okay, that was one of the coolest dudes that I got to sit with and work with. He was like, yo, you ain't got no name? I was like, nah, I don't have a producer name yet. So he was like, no, your name is Savvy Hendrix. I was like, oh yeah, like, bro, this Savvy Hendrix. I'm like, oh, that's hard. And in the midst of that, he's talking about, before he gets to the name, he's talking about having a food truck. And I'm one of the people that have a name on the menu. And I was like, oh shoot, let me man, shoot. And you may impact people like that when you just you. But it was very, very personal at that time because I was going through some things. Everything was changing in my life fast. So all of this is a part of the story. I went back to Las Vegas and it was Savvy. That's an alter ego for when I produce. I have 2 names that I go by. It's Casondabeat, and for my smooth shit, it's Savvy Hendrix. You can check out both names and you're gonna find some dope ass music behind it. It was Bigums for a long time. No, it was Bigums for a little minute, for about a year or 2. Something happened. One of my family members named me that, and it was catchy, and that was their nickname for me, and I didn't want it because of some personal things that had happened. And I decided to go with my nickname, just putting on the beat at the end of it. I wanted everything to be from me and organic. I didn't want it to be from anybody else in particular, especially if it wasn't good intentions. I ain't having it. I ain't fucking with it. Fuck it. If it, fuck you and fuck that if it's that. You know what I'm saying? That's where the name came from. I had some life-altering experiences when I came back to Vegas. It was one name first. The other name came about, that was Bigums. I said, fuck that. Cass is my fucking beat name. And it's Cass on the beat. Wu-Tang was for the kids. Yes, we cuss on this one. You know what I'm saying? So that's the answer for that. All right. Last but not least, we got 10. Where do you see your music going in the next few years? Do you have any goals or projects you're participating in or going to execute? Oh yeah. We always gonna have a plan for this in general. Every year I drop something new. Every year I decide to do something different. If you pay attention to when I was dropping music constantly, and I'm still dropping music constantly, but if you pay attention to it, you can see what happened. It went from hip hop, then it went to abstract and fused hip hop, then it went to dark drill, then it went to dark hip hop, then it went to drill, then it became really, really smooth when I got by myself, and I just started dropping consecutively over and over and over again. Then it got rough and a lot of hard music started to come out. So the last instrumental album that I dropped is called Fuck Being Humble. So yeah. We got a couple projects that's dropping this year. I'm gonna do at least like 2 or 3, depends. And I like doing singles and actually naming them numbers. You know, like 23, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many producers have done that, but that's a part of my catalog is too. I want to get up to 100 singles. Just getting inspired and putting out what I want to, and it's clean cut. I got 10,000 hours worth, and I know what I'm doing. But yep, we got some stuff that's definitely dropping this year. I can't give you the names. But it's pre-ready, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we always ready to go. And I see myself like on video games. I see myself working with commercials. I see myself with sync licensing music. I see that too. I even see myself for Walmart. I don't know what's going on in society. That's a lie. Yes, I do. But or I think I do. But that's where I see my music. I see my music on commercials, TV. It could be a household name if possible. I'm not tripping on that. But I would definitely like to see my stuff on commercials for sure. That'd be like the coolest thing ever. I'll drop a tear in front of everybody for that. I wouldn't give a damn all the shit I went through to get to that point. So yes, we got some stuff prepared, ready to go. And that's it. 2 videos in 1. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I definitely need that. I'm gonna need that. Subscribe. That's all you gotta do, okay? Remember to stay creative. Y'all definitely be safe out there, all right? I'll see you on the next one.